Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Suspect in custody. Police arrest a man in connection to a deadly shooting at a Loves Park car dealership. We have details from a witness.
It's been 2 years since Rockford's former Atwood building burned to the ground. Now, thanks to a legal move from the city, the property's about to get cleaned up.
And these bracelets are more than a fashion statement. The student-led effort that's bringing help to those hurting in Ukraine. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
We begin tonight with breaking news. A jury has decided the fate of a man charged with killing a sheriff's deputy in Rockford back in 2019.
Rachel Perry has been in the courtroom every day. She joins us live from the federal courthouse. Rachel.
Mimi and Eric, it was just less than 2 minutes ago. We heard gasps in the courtroom from family and friends of Deputy Jacob Keltner as they learned Floyd Brown was found not guilty of first-degree murder, but the jury found Brown guilty of second-degree murder in the death of Deputy Jacob Keltner. I'll have more on closing arguments from both the defense and prosecution, along with a breakdown of the other charges Brown faced, coming up tonight at 6. But for now, reporting live in Rockford for your home team, I'm Rachel Perry.
All right, Rachel, thanks. We'll check in again with you later.
We have two major updates in a pair of area shootings, including one murder.
We start there. Police believe they have the man who pulled the trigger in last night's deadly shooting at a Loves Park car dealership. Officers arrested Roman Richmond overnight, about 9 hours after the shooting. He's charged with murder. We obtained a copy of the probable cause statement. According to a witness who spoke with police, this all started as a drug deal. The witness says he and the victim, identified as Daniel Johnson, were both employees at Anderson Toyota on Perryville Road. They wanted to sell $1,000 worth of marijuana to Richmond. The witness claims Richmond pulled a gun during the exchange and shot Johnson in the chest. Investigators say surveillance cameras caught the whole incident. At this time, the witness is not being charged with a crime. Richmond is due in court May 17th. We also looked into his criminal history. He faces a 2-year-old residential burglary charge. Before that, he pleaded guilty in 2018 for felony possession of a firearm. Richmond also pleaded guilty in 2014 for another residential burglary, as well as retail theft in 2013. We'll stay on top of this case and bring you any updates as they become available.
In Rockford, police have one man in custody for a different shooting last month. Officers arrested Kevin Hudson late last night. This stems from a shooting March 8th on Taylor Street. According to court documents, police received a tip he was hiding at his girlfriend's home on Ridgewood Road, just south of Sinisippi Park. Investigators spotted him as he pulled into the driveway and approached him. They say Hudson drove off but crashed on North 2nd Street on the off-ramp at Spring Creek. He's charged with attempted murder and resisting arrest. Hudson is due in court next Wednesday. A Rockford man accused in a deadly 3-car crash this morning is now in jail. Police booked Charles Weathersby into the Winnebago County Jail just a little over an hour ago. They say he was speeding when he crashed into the back of a car. The impact then pushed that car into a school bus. This is a picture of that crash. You can see just how much damage happened to the victim's car. This happened this morning on Kishwaukee Street, just south of Harrison. Weathersby is charged with aggravated DUI involving death.
Nearly 2 years after a fire destroyed the remains of a vacant factory, cleanup will finally begin. Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara announced the former Atwood building on North Main Street will be demolished April 18th. The building's owner and its insurance company were in a dispute that delayed the cleanup. The city sued both. As a result, taxpayers are not on the hook for the $270,000 bill. You might remember police arrested 2 men in connection to that fire. Lawrence View pleaded guilty to criminal property damage. He'll be sentenced May 12th. The second man, Sean Haug, pleaded guilty to burglary. Neither were charged with arson. The deadline to apply for Rockford's Civilian Police Oversight Board has been extended. It's now May 1st. The city says many potential applicants reached out to the mayor's office and asked him to push back the deadline, which was originally April 15th. The board will review citizens' complaints against the police department, as well as incidents involving use of force.
The crisis in Ukraine has sparked many into action. Now Rockford Lutheran is doing its part. Nikel Delgado joins us in the studio with more on a stylish fundraiser. Nikel?
kind of keeping up with, the news and making sure, that I know what's going on and what to pray for specifically.
Rockford Lutheran students are helping bring awareness about what's happening in Ukraine with these bracelets. Emily Peterson is a senior at Rockford Lutheran. She's helping with the project because she has a deep passion for the people there.
This is real people. These are people who I don't know personally, but I felt so much for them. And so when I found out that we were doing the fundraiser, I was so excited because it was like I could actually do something to contribute to help these people.
For $5, a student gets a bracelet, and they get to dress out of dress code. All of the money raised is going to the Rockford Sister City in Brovary. They've already raised over $700.
Even though it might just be $5, when we come together as a family and all do that, we have an impact. So I think the students have really, they've had a really positive reaction to it.
Teachers and staff tell me they've seen kids go above and beyond, some bringing in $20 for one bracelet.
They see this as making a tangible difference. All right, if this results in blankets, if this results in more people getting shelter, if this results in more food in the refugee camps across the border in Poland, this is awesome, and we want to do more.
The Rockford Lutheran family hopes this will inspire others to help and stand with the people of Ukraine.
I hope that people can realize that every little bit counts. I hope that people can realize that they can make a contribution, however small, however big, and that it has an impact.
That was Nicole Delgado reporting. The Bracelet Project was started by the people who put on Peace Day in Rockford. Organizers say they gave the wristbands to schools around the state line, handing out over 15,000 so far.
For the first time, a black woman will join the nation's highest court.
The celebration's held on the White House lawn. The soon-to-be Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson overcome with emotion.
We've made it.
Coming up next, the Congressional Black Caucus tells us just how important a moment this is for our country.
A friendly battle between Harlem Roscoe police officers and firefighters is over. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll tell you the winner of a blood drive that came down to the wire.
And the last couple of days have not been the most pleasant to be outside with the cooler temperatures and now the snow showers we have coming down. Find out if those will amount to any accumulation coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
It was a packed crowd on the south lawn of the White House today. Democrats celebrated the confirmation of Justice-to-be Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
But the event has special meaning for one specific part of the American population. Raquel Martin is keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
We've made it.
For a justice to say that, it gives me great comfort.
Congressional Black Caucus Chairwoman Joyce Beatty was among those beaming with Pride Friday as the White House celebrated the confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Brought us not only great joy, but great honor. A brilliant scholar who looks like us will be seated on the highest court.
During Judge Jackson's speech on the South Lawn, she thanked God, supporters, and her family for bringing her to this moment.
I am the dream and the hope of the slave.
I think that was a moment for me that I definitely started tearing up.
Mariah Watson and Zarina Mustafa are both Harvard Law students, where Judge Jackson also studied.
I'm inspired to figure out what it means to chart my path, what it means to break another ceiling.
We're here for a bigger purpose, and I can tell that that's what she's here for.
The emotion behind Judge Jackson's historic confirmation could be felt throughout the entire White House ceremony. President Biden calling it his biggest achievement of his administration so far.
A brilliant legal mind with deep knowledge of the law.
It means a lot that President Biden knew that we needed that sort of leadership.
Kalisha DeSouza figures sat on the team that helped President Biden select Jackson. She says the soon-to-be justice's record speaks for itself.
She is truly just the nominee for this moment. I imagine all the black girls across this country, the black women, are just looking in awe at the history that she's made.
In Washington, Raquel Martin.
We're wrapping up the work week with a little bit of rain and snow.
But a spring-like warm-up could be on the way. Candace joins us next with your first warn weather forecast.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we are starting to see a little more snow come down across southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois. And while we're not expecting much for accumulation from this, it is going to drop visibility down a bit in some spots. Could even be down to just a few miles in a couple locations, especially where we have a band of heavier snow working in. That's where you see some of the darker blue showing up just north of Janesville, working into southeast Rock County. You get a little bit further out here into portions of Boone County, just north of Freeport, north of Rockford, I should say. You are going to notice that visibility falling back. I mentioned that because our numbers are dropping. 7-mile visibility here in Rockford, 5 in Janesville, a little less the further east you get. So this is going to be our biggest impact as kind of this last hurrah of snow comes in for this evening. Any accumulation is going to be confined to grassy surfaces. However, our temperatures have been a little more on the milder end, in the upper 30s and low 40s, so not expecting much if we were to see anything, and that would mostly be with a few of those heavier bands that are beginning to move in. Kind of the last edge of that low pressure system now working over the Great Lakes. You've got high pressure building into the west. Cloud cover sticks around a little bit here though as we go throughout the day tomorrow. And just over the last few minutes, noticed visibility has fallen here on our Mercell Skytrack camera out at the Poplar Grove Airport. You can actually see the snow beginning to come down at a little heavier clip here this evening. So that'll kind of be the trend if you get underneath some of those heavier snow bands. 38 degrees right now in Rockford, 37 in Freeport, 35 our current temperature in Monroe. We're down to 29. That'll be through the overnight. We've got the scattered snow showers this evening, and then our skies will turn mostly cloudy. We may hang on to a flurry or two as we get closer to midnight, and then just mostly cloudy skies into tomorrow. Gradual clearing for tomorrow afternoon. I do think we start the day off with cloud cover tomorrow, and then as high pressure moves closer to us, we will eventually see those skies begin to clear out. So let's look at that on Futurecast here. Temperatures will gradually drop back through the low 30s as we head through the night tonight. You've got the numbers falling, upper 20s, low 30s for the start of our Saturday. Look for the cloud cover to kick us off tomorrow, and then gradual clearing from west to east as we look towards the mid to late afternoon and then into the evening. We'll see some sunshine on Sunday. That'll be nice, mid upper 50s for Sunday afternoon. So a nice jump in our temperatures on Sunday. Cloud cover comes back in, and then we've got another chance for some showers as we look into early next week. Now there is a cold front that comes through on Monday. That front may actually stall a little to the south of us on Tuesday. If it does, it'll keep our temperatures on the cooler end and prevent us from getting in the 60s for Tuesday afternoon. We might actually be in the 40s. That is a possibility if that front stalls to the south. If it does not and lifts to the north, then we are in the 60s and our rain and thunder chances will go down. But if we hang on to that boundary, you've got scattered showers and thunderstorms that'll be around for Monday, mostly on Tuesday, and then could get a few thunderstorms coming in on Wednesday with a cold front that approaches from the west. Behind that front, unfortunately, our temperatures, they do take a tumble. This is the outlook here for the 13th through the 17th. Higher probability for a good portion of the country, falling back below average with respect to temperatures. By this time, we should be in the upper 50s. We do see a higher probability for above average precipitation, but then drying out as we get a little bit further into the end of April. Not something temperature-wise we necessarily want to see, because within the next week or two, generally like to get out and start our spring planting, at least in the fields. But you need that soil temperature, guys, right around 50 degrees or so to be able to get the seed to germinate. So we need the warmer weather. We've got it a little bit going into next week, but we see those numbers, they are expected to drop back again by the end of next week.
We really need a lot of things to fall together. We need moisture because the ground is so dry, right. But you also need you can't have too much moisture because then that makes it tough to get in the fields and work the fields. But like Candace said, the temperature's got to be in that right range too.
A little sunshine would help too.
It'll help, and it'll help our moods, not just
not
just crops. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports.
White Sox opening game of the season was spoiled today by a former Cub. Scott has the highlights.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Well, the White Sox are the favorites to win the American League Central Division this season, as they should be. But the rest of the division has gotten better. The Twins added some key players. The Royals' young core is developing. The Indians' pitchers are healthy. And the Tigers might be the most improved team of all. The Sox open against them today in Detroit. Javier Baez is one of their newcomers, and he was a factor today. First on defense, going deep in the hole for a backhanded grab of Andrew Vaughn's shot in the second inning, and a nice throw for the putout. Lucas Giolito was sharp in his opening day start. He struck out 6 Tigers batters in 4 scoreless innings, but he had to leave with abdominal tightness. 9th inning, 3-3 game. It is Vaughn at the plate and going deep off Gregory Soto, a solo homer. The Sox had a 4-3 lead. Liam Hendricks trying to nail this game down, bottom of the 9th, but Eric Haas takes him out of the yard, so the game was tied at 4. Later that inning, Baez facing Hendricks with a runner at third, and Baez gets it good. A.J. Pollock getting after it at the wall, bobbles the ball, but appears to have it with the lunge. The umpires reviewed the play and determined the ball hit the wall before touching Pollock's glove, so no catch. It's a walk-off game-winning hit for Baez. The Tigers beat the Sox 5-4. It's been a good day for ex-Cubs. Check out Kyle Schwarber and his Phillies debut. In his first at-bat, leading off the bottom of the first against the A's, he gets it all. The ball traveled 426 feet. Schwarb's already earning that 4-year, $75 million deal the Phillies gave him. The Cubs-Brewers game today at Wrigley Field was postponed because of the weather. They'll play tomorrow afternoon. Today's game will be made up as part of a doubleheader at the end of May. At the Masters, Tiger started slow today. He is picking it up a bit. Through 15 holes now, he's 1 stroke over par for the tournament, 2 over for the day. The leader still on the course is Scotty Scheffler at 6 under par. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Candace will have a final look at weather in just a moment.
First, here's what News Nation has planned.
A tough week ahead for the Biden administration, how the White House plans to navigate as talks of recession get louder. Plus, think it's hard to file your taxes now? Just wait until you hear how the IRS will make it even harder next year. That's On Balance. Here's Dan.
Thanks, Leland. Tonight on Dan Abrams Live on News Nation. Hunter Biden. Just saying his name sparks reaction on both sides of the aisle. But this is a real story that deserves sober, unbiased coverage. And tonight, we're spending the hour separating fact from fiction in the Hunter Biden scandal. That's tonight on Dan Abrams Live.
That's all coming up on the fastest growing cable news network in America. You can watch News Nation on any of these cable or satellite channels. Online, head to newsnation.com.
Candace is back with more on that forecast that's just not looking so great.
No.
Not your fault.
Wow. Right, we're not blaming the messenger, but today was pretty lousy. To look outside multiple times and see snowflakes in different forms. Yeah, and gray skies. Sometimes it looked like the snow was mixed with rain, and then we had big flakes.
And then there's blue.
Say it's over.
I know. You know what? Eventually we will get rid of the blue on the map and it'll be more green, and then you've got yellow, orange, and red when we get thunderstorms moving in. But we do have some snow showers mixing in with the drizzle and light rain showers here this evening. May get a quick dusting in some spots on grassy surfaces. 47 for tomorrow, 58 on Sunday, looking a little more wet and slightly warmer next week.
Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.